You bought the dream, the steel-reinforced shipping container buried in the backyard, the concrete culvert hidden in the woods, the $50,000 luxury pod with the air filtration system that the salesman swore would last for 10 years. You think you bought safety. You think you bought a castle. You didn't. You bought a tomb. Close your eyes. Imagine the door is sealed. The blast doors are locked. 3 feet of soil, concrete, and steel separate you from the chaos above. You feel safe, right? The looters can't get you. The radiation can't touch you. But physics can. Here is how you die. It won't be the mutants. It won't be the zombies trying to break in. It will be silent. It starts with a headache, a dull throb behind the eyes. Then the confusion sets in. You forget why you walked to the shelf. You forget your own name. Your breathing gets faster, but the air feels thin, like soup. You panic. You try to open the hatch, but you can't lift your arms. They feel like lead. You slump against the cold steel wall. You aren't hungry. You aren't thirsty. You're just tired. So you close your eyes, and you never open them again. The earth wants to crush you. The soil is heavy. The water table is relentless. But the air is a traitor. You buried yourself to stay alive, but all you did was dig your own grave and climb inside. Physics doesn't care about your credit card limit. Physics demands flow, and you just cut yourself off from the world. Welcome to the suffocating reality of underground survival. Let's tear down the fantasy. The industry sells you the man cave apocalypse. They show you leather couches, flat-screen TVs playing DVDs, and a fully stocked pantry. They sell you the idea that you can just pause the world and wait for the bad things to go away. Here is the reality. Underground, moisture is a predator. Without massive amounts of electricity running industrial dehumidifiers, your bunker will reach 90% humidity within 48 hours. Your walls will sweat. Your food will mold on your body. The condensation will drip from the ceiling like a torture device. Cold is a vampire. The ground temperature is constantly 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 12 degrees Celsius. That sounds nice? Try sitting in it for a week without moving. It sucks the heat out of your bones. Conduction pulls thermal energy from your body into the concrete floor faster than you can generate it. You will shiver until your muscles tear. But the biggest lie is security. You think hiding makes you safe. If I find your air vent, I own you. I don't need to blow up your door. I don't need to drill through your concrete. I just need a $5 bucket of gasoline and a match. I pour it down your intake pipe. The smoke fills your box. You have 2 choices. Come out and face my gun, or stay inside and choke. Or maybe I just park a car on top of your hatch. Now you're not a survivor. You're a time capsule. A bunker has no back door. It is a dead end. In military tactics, a position with no exit is called a kill box. You spent your life savings to build a kill box for yourself and your family, and you did it voluntarily. Hope is a trap.
You hope the ventilation system won't fail. You hope the batteries will last. You hope the water table won't rise. Hope is not a strategy. Physics is the law, and the law says entropy destroys closed systems. Your bunker is a closed system. It is trying to die, and it will take you with it.
Let's talk about the mechanic of your death. Let's talk about carbon dioxide. Most people worry about oxygen running out. Wrong. You will die of carbon dioxide poisoning long before you run out of oxygen. CO2 is heavier than oxygen. It doesn't float away. It sinks. In a sealed bunker, every breath you take expels poison. It pools at your feet first, then your knees, then your waist. It is an invisible flood. Standard ventilation systems rely on electricity, fans, blowers, scrubbers. When the grid dies, your fans stop. But I have a hand crank, you say. Really? Have you ever tried to crank a blower for 24 hours straight? You burn calories. Burning calories increases your respiration rate. The harder you work to clear the air, the more CO2 you produce. It is a feedback loop of death. And then there's thermal stack effect. Hot air rises, cold air sinks. In a house, this creates airflow. In a buried box, the temperature is uniform. The air becomes stagnant. There is no natural convection. Your breath hangs in front of your face. The pathogens from your unwashed body, the methane from your waste bucket, the carbon dioxide from your lungs, it all just sits there. You are marinating in your own biological waste. And if you're stupid enough to light a fire, if you light a propane stove to cook, if you light a candle for light, you are accelerating the process by 1,000%. Fire eats oxygen and vomits carbon monoxide. In a bunker, a fire is a suicide pact.
So, the expensive fans failed. The batteries died. The air is getting heavy. Do you die? Not if you understand convection. You don't need a motor to move air. You need heat. Nature hates a vacuum. If you move hot air up, cold air must rush in to replace it. Step 1. The solar lung. The chimney effect. Find a PVC pipe, a gutter downspout, even a stack of old soup cans with the ends cut off, taped together. This is your exhaust. Paint the top 3 feet of it black. Use spray paint, tar, or just wrap it in black trash bags. Stick it out of the ground, facing the sun. Physics takes over. The sun heats the black pipe. The air inside gets hot. Hot air rises. As it shoots up the pipe, it creates a vacuum suction at the bottom. It physically pulls the stale CO2-heavy air out of your bunker. You just built a solar-powered engine with garbage. Step 2. The trash bellows. Night falls. The sun goes away. The solar lung stops. Now you need manual power. But cranking a fan is for idiots. Get a heavy-duty contractor trash bag. Tape the opening to a pipe or hose. Squeeze the bag. It pushes air. Pull the bag open. It sucks air. It's a giant lung. You can operate this with your foot while you sleep, rhythmically, slowly. It moves more air in one crush than a computer fan moves in an hour. Step 3. The moisture trap. Humidity is killing you. You can't stop it, but you can fight it. Charcoal. Take wood from a burned-down house, smash it into powder, fill old socks with the charcoal, hang 'em everywhere. Charcoal is a sponge. It drinks moisture. It eats smells. It won't make it dry like a desert, but it'll keep the mold out of your lungs for one more day. Don't buy a $500 dehumidifier that needs a plug. Burn some trash wood. Make charcoal. Let physics do the work.
The secret that prepper experts won't tell you. The people who survive the longest won't be in the bunkers. They'll be watching them. If you are inside the box, you're blind, you're deaf, you're cornered. The smartest survival strategy isn't to live in your bunker. It's to use your bunker as a trap. The bait box protocol. Put your food in the bunker. Put your supplies in the bunker. Lock the door. Then go hide in the woods 50 yards away, camouflaged. Dig a spider hole, a small, shallow trench covered with leaves. Sleep there. Why? Because when the looters come, and they will come, they'll focus on the bunker. They'll spend hours trying to break that lock. They'll make noise. They'll light torches. They're distracted. You are the hunter. They are the prey. If you are inside, you are a victim waiting to be smoked out. If you are outside, you are the apex predator. Use the bunker to protect your stuff, not your body. Let the steel protect the beans. Let your wits protect your life. Never corner yourself. That is rule number 1 of warfare. And make no mistake, survival is war. The Egyptians built giant stone bunkers for their pharaohs. Do you know what we call them today? Tombs. They filled them with gold, food, and weapons, and grave robbers looted them anyway. Don't be a pharaoh, be a rat. Rats don't lock themselves in steel cages. Rats move, rats scavenge, rats adapt. If you want to survive, stay mobile, stay low, use the trash, trust the physics, and never ever dig a hole that you can't climb out of. Dig a grave for your enemies, not for yourself.